Shaman, we are good to go.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. On behalf of Airdit Software Services and Empiric Business Media, I would like to welcome you all to the launch of their new product, AIPM, which stands for Airdit Intelligent Plant Maintenance Solution. To tell you a little bit more about Airdit Software Services, they are SAP Silver partners focusing on SAP Fiori projects implementation, SAP add-on products, SAP functional consulting, ABAP development projects, and staff augmentation services. They are headquartered in India. They have multiple offices and building a strong partner network in all major economies. They are also a legal entity in the UAE and are an organization with 100+ strong workforce. A few guidelines before we start the speaking sessions, requesting all participants to be on mute. After the speaking sessions are done, we will throw it open to the participants to ask questions. I would like to encourage all the participants to put questions to the speakers, as this will help us have an interactive session. Also, now we will have the keynote session, which is going to be done by Airdit Software Services. We have Mr. Vishwas Mohan Kumar. He is CEO of Airdit Software Services. To give you a little bit background about Mr. Kumar, he is the co-founder and CEO of Airdit Software Services. He holds 17+ years of experience and has accomplished multiple projects in his entire career. In his prior roles, he has also worked as a technical consultant, team lead, project manager, development manager, and vice president for his organizations. Requesting Mr. Kumar to take it from here. Over to you, Vishwa sir.
So thank you. Yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity. Okay, so dear speakers and delegates, a warm welcome from Team Airdit, the grand launch of AIPM. So most customers still face breakdowns and shutdowns, okay, resulting in productivity and significant business losses, especially SAP customers. SAP customers are still looking for a world-class, affordable global product to address these challenges. So, I have only 20-25 minutes time. So I will be very, very quick in basically making guys understand that how our solution can help you, and how it basically can resolve all the issues or all the problems that you face as a maintenance user, as a CXO of a company which has maintenance processes. So I will be basically explaining you what we have in store for you. So AIPM actually stands for Airdit Intelligent Plant Maintenance. So this is an end-to-end solution for your plant maintenance business processes. So whether you take technicians, supervisors, plant heads, and even management guys, they all can access transactional apps, analytical apps, and in fact, the high priority alerts in a single place through this app. Everything has come at a single place, which I will be sharing with you my screen, my mobile screen shortly, and then you will be able to see that how we have aggregated everything at one place. So this app is also designed keeping in mind how we can provide a PM user faster and easier processes, and giving all the mobile features. So all the mobile features which are expected nowadays by any industry. So we have made sure that we have incorporated all those sort of features. So what I will do is, without taking much of your time, let me show you the application, which first of all support multiple languages. It also supports end-to-end SAP plant maintenance processes. So for example, what I will do is I will directly take you to my mobile device. So let me share my screen with you guys. Can you give me the authorization of sharing my screen, please? Can somebody allow me the access of sharing my screen?
Aman, can you provide the same?
Yes, done.
Oh, thank you. So hope my screen is visible now.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. So the third app from the left is AIPM, Airdit Intelligent Plant Maintenance. So let me go there. So these are, some of the, walkthrough screens. I will do next. Next. So it is telling about the features and functions and applications. For example, it has Asset Explorer. All the applications are equipped with barcode and QR code. It has a, My Maintenance Assistance application, which is for technician, make their life easy. So it has conditional monitoring. It has real-time alerts through push notifications, something similar to WhatsApp notification that you receive on your mobile devices. So here we are. So before we go there, what I will do is I will also give you the option of choosing the language. Okay. So for example, here you are able to see that there are multiple language options. For example, let's say I choose Arabic. So it changes the language to Arabic. I choose Hindi. So it changes the language to Hindi. I will continue with English. That will be good for everyone. So I was here. So this is the screen where you are trying to reach to your server, where you are trying to reach your front-end server or gateway server, which will be further connected with your SAP system. Okay, so it is asking for the user credentials. I have logged into the system. So this is basically this is the landing screen. This is the landing screen. This is a total role-wise application which we have developed. So it all depends on your role, which all applications will come to your screen, which are all applications you will be able to access. That will be defined by your role. Since this role is an administrative role, so that's why we are getting access of all the applications. So as you can see from this screen, where a user gets access to his assigned notifications, he gets access to his maintenance orders, he gets access of calibration orders, he gets access of refurbishment order, etc., etc. User also gets access to, for example, functional location through an excellent design user interface. User interface is basically world class, and we have basically made sure that we are bringing the best from the existing user experience that is available in the market. So in a nutshell, this is an efficient, feature-rich, affordable solution. That is what we are going to see. So the first of all, like these are the operations the technician is assigned to. These are the notifications the technician is assigned to. So the maintenance order, the the technicians are assigned to. So similarly, we have calibration order, refurbishment order, function location, technical objects, and asset. Okay, there are so many other applications also. So, for example, let's say what I will do is I will go and see how my operations. Here you are able to see that these are the operations that are assigned to the technician who has logged in. So here you have a lot of you have the barcode scanning through which you can go to the operation. You have the search options, you have the sharing option. For example, it completely works as as other while applications. Okay, so for example, if you want to do some highlighting, you want to share with your colleagues, everything small things is being taken care of. So for example, let's say I will go to an operation. So here you are seeing that there are multiple options that are coming over here. One of the PRT associated, what are the comments associated, what are the service details, what are the reservations, and let's say I wanted to do a confirmation. Okay, so this is basically there are two types of confirmations possible: manual confirmation and automatic confirmation. Manual confirmation is nothing but what you are doing is you are manually typing, you're manually starting and finishing the work or the operation. Or at some places, what happens, you may assign these operations to your vendors. In that case, what happens is their time has to be recorded. So we have the option of basically check in and check out. So once you click on this check in, what will happen? The clock will start. Okay. So for example, this try to some ways. So here the option is given for check in and check out, and you can do this manually also. Okay, both the options are provided here. Okay, so this is about how you can basically manage your confirmations. Everything is coming over here. Okay, all the confirmations are coming. New confirmation can be either done manually, or let's say you are getting it done through a vendor or somebody for whom you have to pay for the hours he has worked. So you can start using timer, and then you can stop timer. It will record the time spent by that person, and then you can take care of his costing. So this is related to our operations. Then basically we have, for example, let's say we go to maintenance order. So here in the maintenance order, a lot of options, like for example, seeing the changing log, what are the maintenance plan information for preventive maintenance, reservation, PRT, purchase requisitions, purchase order, action log, confirmations. All those basically things are given over here. So now once you go into the maintenance order, here a very nice user interface is built. Okay, where you will be able to basically look into all the details. You will be able to, for example, let's say you are releasing. Okay, you are releasing. For example, here it is already released, so I will do created maintenance order. So once I go to the created maintenance order, what I can do is I can basically change the status. Just I will say released. I will do digital sign, and I will say submit. Once I say submit, what happens is this request, this maintenance order gets released. Okay, so this I got a success message that this order got released. Now, once you have seen this, like you wanted to see all the like how you wanted to make sure that how the progress has happened. We have given a very good user interface. For example, you see tells that when the use order was created, and then when basically it got released. Okay, and it also has all the operations details on sorry We've got a new version of it. Maybe there are some glitches over here, but that's not an issue. So here we were here. So I was showing you that how you can see the history of the order, how it has progressed, right? Now basically you have the option of looking into history, and you have multiple options over here. You have the option of looking into the attachments. So this is regarding maintenance order. Okay. So for example, we wanted to see also has, for example, it also has for example, we wanted to see, say we go to the technical object. I will show you a very, very nice functionality. So for example, let's say there is an equipment here. So once you go inside this, so here you are able to see example. So what is happening is I am going to this application where all my technical objects are listed. For example, all my equipments are listed. Okay. So what is happening over here is I will go to basically the measuring points of the equipment that are associated with that particular. And you can come over here through barcode scanning. That also I will. So for example, let's say you go to the measuring point. So here, these are the measuring points that are associated with that particular equipment. So let's say I go to one of the measuring points. What it is asking me that which all records you want to see. So let's say I wanted to see last 20 records. Once I see last 20 records, for example, last 20 records, if I let's say, so these are the last 20 records. Okay. And I wanted to see the trend. So this is the trend. And here I'm also able to find that out of those 20 records, how many records are outside range, how many records are basically what is the maximum reading that I have found out of those 20 records, how much is the minimum this one, and what is the average. So basically the average and all is very, very important, and you can see it through dates also. You can select basically the beginning date and end date, and then what you can do is you can see based on the date also. Okay. So like let's say you have gone ahead and implemented IoT. Okay. So these type of applications will be very good, because what will happen is the sensors are sending you the recordings. And even if you are doing manual recording of data also, or manual reading you are taking, in that case also it will help. Whether you are using IoT device for recording the reading, or you are doing manual. So from this, you will come to know that within this period, what are the potential violations or potential deviations that has happened. And with this, you will be able to take appropriate action. And we also have going forward, we also have plans to give you auto alerts based on this. Okay, this is related to this one, technical objects. We also have a very, very good application as Asset Explorer. So here, this is powered by barcode scanning or QR code scanning. Manual for help also. Here, this is the complete health card of your. So you have the pictures, you have all the information, how much cost last year booked, how much is the inspection being done, what are the open notifications, what are the open maintenance order against this equipment, and a lot of other information as per your convenience or as per your need. We also have like a lot of options of looking into open transactions on this equipment, what are the number of breakdowns, any like what are the closed maintenance orders so far, what are the closed notifications so far. Okay, we also have the option of looking at this basically item in the hierarchy, where basically it lies in the hierarchy. Okay, and whether if you want to keep add additional pictures, you can click on this camera icon. So this is basically related to Asset Explorer. So although basically all these applications, for example, let's say you, as of now, I have shown you all the display applications. You wanted to have a look at creation applications. So you go here, hit on the plus icon. Once you hit on the plus icon on top, you will get the option of creation of notification. And these screens are very well built. So, we are basically hiding the complete complexity. We have provided abstraction, but we are hiding complete complexity. You have the option of choosing your reference notification, copying, and then creating a notification, or you can create a notification from scratch by filling this data. Everything is basically having barcode scanning, Google Map options, and everything. Okay, so this is on the create notification. Similarly, you have order creation, order also by referring to a notification, or you can create a fresh order. So here, there are some exciting features that we will be looking for. For example, we have analytics. You see that how beautiful the analytics is provided over here. So here you see that, for example, we are looking into open orders. So you have one shot of, and various filter criteria are given over here. So for example, what are the total open orders? These orders basically are segregated based on order type. And for example, work center wise, the segregation, ABC indicator wise, planner group wise, plant section wise. So all those analytics are provided. So you are not satisfied with this kind of analytics. You wanted to see something else. Here, you will be able to see the line graph. So for example, let's say you are willing to go for a meeting. You wanted to take a printout of this. So what you do is you go over here, you click on this button. Now what will happen is it will generate a dynamic PDF, and then based on the PDF, it is also attaching the data below. So whatever the data that which this analytics is being built is listed below the analytics. Okay, for example, if you want to share the entire thing, you can basically go and then share with anyone, WhatsApp or any other application that is in your system. So we have a lot of these are the basic analytics that we are getting on the home screen. However, for more analytics, we can go here and we can choose this. Here you are able to see lot of analytics. Okay? For example, what are the aging reports? How many notifications are basically lying in class 2, 1 to 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks, lesser than 1 month, 1 month to 3 months, 3 months to 6 months, 6 months to 1 year. So which are the so this is aging report, and that too basically have a lot of filter criteria. And like let's say you wanted to see based on this one, so we have given you the entire selection criteria. So this selection criteria, this entire screen is based on the filters. So this is a generic type of report which covers many for example, this is a generic report which is analytics, tabular format, which is enabling you to dynamically generate PDFs. All those features are here. So you have the analytics on notification, you have the analytics order, you have analytics on the cost that you incur in your plant. So from here, what I will do is I will also go and then show you that this is powered with the help of push notification. Any deviation, any important news or any important thing that happens in the plant or any breakdown, and that has to be notified to the concerned person, concerned team members. So for that, we have given push notifications. All those push notifications are these notifications that comes to your mobile device. That all gets captured over here, and you will be able to look into the push notifications from here. Also be able to see, for example, let's say this push notification is related to this notification. So once you say view details, it will take you to that particular notification directly. So you will be able to see the problems and do the needful. You also will be able to share this notification through your existing application or through mail and all, right? So whether you have found any problem, so that can be notified to other users through sharing option. This push notification is a very, very good feature. Now, there are certain, like I have shown you how the digital signature works here. And, everything is basically controlled through barcode scanning. And we also have favorite option. For example, let's say you wanted to further segregate based on which all plants data you wanted to see. All those things can be set in the favorite section. And one more important feature is the bot. We have provided one bot here, which is conversational AI bot. For example, let's say I open this bot. This bot I have named as Airy. Okay. So for example, let's say I say yes, go ahead. So it is asking, hey Anup Kumar Singh, how can I help you? So let's say any user which is not at all familiar with this application, he will go and then say, I want to know about notification. So from here only he will be, it's asking what he wanted to do. He is willing to create a notification. He will go and then click here. He will be taken to the notification screen. So this bot is having multiple options where help all the users easily execute their task, easily carry out their task, so that everything is faster. And in terms of analytics, those analytics can be not only given to the plant head, it can be given to CXOs, understand how efficiently their plant is working. This is the end of the demo part. I have tried to give the brief overview of the application based on the time that is being allotted to me. However, it has many more features. It has a complete roadmap going forward, and we have the plans to incorporate augmented reality. And we have started working on the IoT sensors, integrating IoT sensors with this application. So we are trying to make it Industry 4.0 ready. So there are so many things that I can talk, but limited time, I will basically give it to Empiric Media team. So guys, you can take it forward from here.
Thank you so much, Vishwa sir. I think we have a few questions in the Q&A section. So sir, if you could probably take a few of them, and if you could answer them. Should I read them out to you very quickly?
Yes.
Right. Is master data fetched from the SAP system real time?
Yes. It is fetched real time. Okay.
All right. Moving on to the next one. How will you cater to those plants where smartphone access is restricted?
So these applications can be also hosted on tablets. So for example, you can have the kiosk option. So in plants you can have the kiosk, and at kiosk these applications can be launched.
Okay. All right. Do we
So,
have
like if anybody is not satisfied with my answer, he can basically ask again. I can give the answer again.
Right. So we have one more. How roles and authorizations are managed then?
Okay, so here what happens is, we manage the roles based on the applications. The roles that you are having in SAP system, that will be regarded, because obviously once we call any backend or data service, that your roles will be regarded. However, we will have additional roles for this application, because we have to give access to particular users for particular apps. So there will be additional set of roles for giving the access of individual applications in AIPM. Okay.
There is one more. Do we have time for one more question?
Yeah.
Does your application support multiple languages other than English speaking or reading technicians? Will it cater to the later half?
Yeah, like we are as of now supporting Arabic and Hindi. Based on the user's request or the client request, we can incorporate additional languages also.
Okay. Any more questions? Do we have any more questions from the audience, from the participants? I see one more question. It says, is the application on .NET, or is it available on subscription basis only?
Okay, so let me give you a very, very clear understanding of how the licensing works. Basically, this is some of the customers have already started using Fiori. Okay, so we have two versions of AIPM. One is a complete Fiori dependent user interface. Another one is basically Xamarin based user interface. For example, what we have shown here is Xamarin based user interface, where the user interface can be designed in a very, very nicer way. However, from SAP, the same OData will be consumed similar to your Fiori applications. So you have, as a customer, you have a choice. Either you can go with the SAP Fiori version, or you can go with the Xamarin version. However, like all your users, existing SAP users, can be extended to use this application without any additional licenses. Okay, because ultimately we are extending your existing SAP user here. Okay, so you don't have to worry that whether you have to buy additional licenses or not. No, for all your SAP existing users, and plant maintenance is part of general SAP ECC and S/4HANA professional license. So all those basically users can use these applications without any problem. And for us, if we don't have user-based licensing, we basically charge for the product and one-time implementation. So it will be one-time cost with AMC, obviously, because we have a strategy, we have a roadmap. So, and you will be also looking for resolution of your problems, like let's say software strategies problems, some solution of that. For that we have AMC, but your license cost will not increase based on number of users that you are using. So obviously, you will have take the licenses from SAP, but we don't charge based on licenses.
All right. So we have three more questions, and I think we have the time to take them quickly.
Sure.
The next question is, have you included permits as well?
Yes, we have included permits as well.
All right, all right. Also, there are various inspection forms in maintenance areas. How will your solution help organizations meet this requirement?
Okay, so we also have this one. We also have the option of dynamic form creation. Maybe what I will do is basically I had that application with me. One second. Can you basically give me the access back? I will just quickly show that application. So let me log in through mobile device again once more, because this is an important thing. Just give me 2 minutes time.
I think Aman can give the access.
Can you give me the access, please?
Mm. Is Aman there? Can Aman give the access to sir? The phone access?
The access is already there. You can
Sure.
just share, yes.
Okay, so can you see my screen, the mobile screen?
No, sir, we can't.
1 second. I don't get this one sharing screen. Join as a panelist, okay, right? Okay, so I am a panelist now. Sharing screen. Thank you for short notice. So here, this AIPM, we have the concept of dynamic forms. So for example, once you go to the My Form section, so here you are able to see you can create a new form. For example, let's say you wanted to create a form for example, let's say I will say that I am creating or basically you can select from SAP also. Let's say you wanted to create for a particular equipment or a general. So here you have the option of creating a dynamic form. So for example, you can the form like this. For example, let's say number. Have the option of not working. See, you have the option. And then there are multiple options. We have enabled few options over here, but you have multiple options. Example, start date, end date, start time, time. So what happens? And then you see all the, for example, now this all started working. You can put your equipment number, okay, and you basically have the date fields. You are able to select the dates. You are able to select end date. You are able to select timing. Everything has started working without any additional. Okay, and then you can submit this. So for example, let's say you want to basically this form basically got created. Okay. And once I come back to my form, you are able to see that this form is already created. And this is what you can attach to any processes. So this is how the dynamic forms can be built. Any number of forms without any additional development or any additional cost have the option of creating dynamic forms for various of our processes. And this is a very, very generic requirement across the industry. And it can be, used for any, as I said, that equipment, in any process you can utilize this. Hope I have answered this.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. So I can see two more questions, but I'd request you to, in the interest of time, I would request you to take it up in the Q&A section a little later, probably. Thank you so much. It is now time where we begin with our CIO roundtable. Eagerly awaiting this particular roundtable. We have distinguished industry speakers that are a part of this discussion. I would like to welcome them. We have with us Mr. Srinivasa Reddy. He's Global Head of IT CIO with Granules India Limited. We have Mr. Amit Pradhan. He's Vice President IT and CIO with Dixon Technologies India Limited. Mr. V.R. Iyer, Group CIO and EVP IT with JBM Group. Mr. Pranav Gadre, he's Vice President IT Reliance Life Sciences. Mr. Vijay Dogra, Vice President, Information Technology, Hindalco Industries Limited. And our moderator for today's session is our Vishwa sir, Mr. Vishwa Mohan Kumar, who is CEO with Airdit Software Services. I welcome each and every speaker on this panel. Looking forward to an interesting session. Over to you, Vishwa sir.
Okay. So welcome, all the speakers. A very warm welcome to you again, and hope I have given you enough overview of our solution. So here we are basically, we have assembled to listen what is happening in the industry recently, because you guys are working with such prestigious organization and you come with enormous experience in terms of various maintenance activities. And I'm sure that you are a champion in your in your industry. We are basically we are here, and what I will do is I will divide this this entire discussion in two parts. So in the first section, like, I will go ahead and then ask questions actually to you, and then from there what I will do is I will ask questions which basically can be answered by any one of you. Depending on who basically gets the who wanted to answer, you can take the question and then you can answer, right? So whether we have Mr. Srinivas Reddy. Srinivas Reddy.
Yes.
Yes. Hi, Mr. Srinivas Reddy. So I have a questions from you. Basically, in a highly regulated industry like pharma, so how do you maximize capital access and reduce operational risk? For example, let's say especially in the maintenance area, how do you do that, sir? What is your experience?
Yeah, I mean, one general answer for this is digitalization. So, as much as possible, we should automate the process by using some, automation tools and by reduce the human intervention. So that's the top goal we normally foresee, because that will not only increase the integrity of the activity, and also, human related accidents can be reduced, and effectiveness can be increased, and yield can be improved. So definitely, as much as possible, of course, if the budget permits, so automation should be the solution for this.
Very, very good, sir. Very good. So very good. So I will go to Mr. Pranav Gadre. Okay. So I wanted to ask you one question, sir, that in the era of trending technologies, like we are basically flooded with the emerging technologies. How can you find compliance and business critical activities that can be automated actually? No, sir.
Yeah, sure. So am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, great. So yeah, I think so technologies will keep changing, and right. So I think from compliance perspective, because I think all know that pharma is a heavily regulated industry. So I think the process and the policies also need to be abreast with the changing technologies. But then I think with this industry 4.0 or pharma 4.0, which is the thing today, I think the compliances are also catching up. So from GAMP, ISP, that also I think they have come up with the new version to see how we can comply to the upcoming technologies. And same from FDA also, there is a draft guidance on CSA. So because one place we talk about agile way of product development, DevOps and all, and if the process and compliance don't catch up, then that's meaningless actually. Then that becomes actually something which will hold back the new usage of the technologies. So it has to keep up in pace with that, and I think it is happening, especially in Indian pharma. I think now we are picking up from compliance perspective also and from technology perspective. I think there's a lot of catch up to do still, but yeah, I think we are slowly getting there, and definitely the compliances and processes are helping, and I don't see that as something which is holding back adoption of the new technologies, whether it's in manufacturing or in QC space. So that is happening.
Thank you for the elaborate answer, sir. And I had a question like that is partially answered now, that what are your industry 4.0 expectations? So I feel that you have partially answered that. Okay, so anything you wanted to add on that question? Like, what are your expectations from
Your
a
voice
solution?
is not very audible. Sorry.
Yeah, like you have partially answered one of my questions, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So that what are the, what are your industry 4.0 expectations? So, for example, like if you can elaborate more on that, you have
Yeah,
basically,
so sure. So I think it's across all the areas. So when we talk about manufacturing, I think we talk about IoT, digital twins, augmented realities and all. So all those things come from manufacturing space. In QC, LIMS and all is given, but I think data analytics more and more, especially in R&D area and all. So how you can leverage big data, data lake capabilities, how you can build an enterprise data platform where you can get data from all the systems and how you can draw insights from it. That is more important, especially in industry 4.0. It's not just about the knowledge and meaningful data, but also drawing insights and then predictive maintenance. I think one thing which you covered in your presentation also about the PM and all. So I think more and more data which you generate and more you can do predictive analysis and predictive maintenance. I think that will drive towards more efficiency and productivity improvements. So my expectation from industry 4.0 or pharma 4.0 to be precise is having more of connected systems, having data analytics capabilities, having smart factories where systems talk to each other and having integration, which is like vertical integration as well as horizontal integration across the processes that we have to achieve the benefits. So that's what my expectation would be.
it's a very good. And basically, from what we understand that we are moving from preventive to predictive journey. Okay, and this entire shift has to be assisted with the solution, right? So basically, previously we were always looking into the initially the breakdown to happen. Then we move to preventive. Now we are in the process of getting
Predictive.
into predictive journey, right?
Yeah.
So basically, and the entire thing has to be assisted by a solution. For example, let's say we take an example of a supervisor, right? So who monitors a specific parameters like temperature and all, right? So let's say it exceeds certain limits. So based on the maintenance practice, what remedies should be taken to avoid this malfunction and for this further resulting into a breakdown? So the solution itself should basically assist the supervisor that what are the action based on the conditions, what the action that should be taken. So I understand,
that is
sir,
correct.
and then expectations, and that is where we are. We are basically getting
So I think
our
for all this to
users.
happen, I think the primary thing is to have the data points. So I think that is more like, so L2 integration is one activity which is required because like all levels need to, as I mentioned, the connected systems, right? They need to talk to each other. So we have L2 integrations, then historian on top of that, we have something like MES, facets, or whatever that solution is. Then we have the SAPs or ERPs, then we have MIS on top of that, data analytics. So as I said, the vertical integration as well as horizontal integrations across the processes, right from the PO generation till the dispatch, all the horizontal processes should also be connected, and all those data points should be available. So for your predictive maintenance also to be actually applicable, I think it's not only just about that machine, but the entire process. And then if you have especially because see many organizations, especially like CMOs, which contract manufacturers, they do multiple products across multiple different clients on the same systems. So the parameters keep varying, the temperature or pressure or whatever other things keep varying. So it's not only about just the temperature excursions or something, but also from your product pipeline perspective, whatever is your plan to manufacture, that also needs to be taken into account. Then your whatever shutdown for the factory whenever you do that. So all these things need to tie up, and then that maintenance or predictive maintenance calendar has to be arrived at. So I think it's not just the data points from the system, but the entire process needs to be captured.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So I will go to the next question to Mr. Amit Pradhan. So, for example, what are the methods for coordinating, corporate objectives with technology solutions to improve business processes and resulting into a competitive edge and increase profits, especially in maintenance? So, like, can you give some insights on that, Mr. Amit?
Sure, Vishwa. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So Vishwa, actually, if you look at your questions, I mean, it is a very, it has to be, divided into multiple thread to answer. So first, if you're talking about the method of coordinations, and then we'll talk about the, how the technology, especially in the maintenance, can provide organization as part of the competitive advantages, right? So when we talk about the coordination, so especially when we are the part of the business IT team, where responsible, we are responsible to, uh, very tightly coordinate with business stakeholder to give them the right output, align with their vision, align their, the strategic plan and all those things. And I would say, the all effective development program have coordination at their core, and effective coordination activities and the structure can bring a sense of order to the resulting chaos. So that's the thing. If I talk about the method perspective, so, the my techniques always been like, establish a strong, very clear purpose, clarify coordination, parameter. We should have a very agile coordination structure, what kind of the proximity we are establishing, what kind of, we needed to be promote transparency and inclusiveness in entire processes. We have to build a trust, we have to build on linkage in the network, all those area we needed to be work as part of the business IT team with the business the related stakeholder. We must needed to facilitate an enabling environment in the organizations, start with the need of others. Some of the time it's also been happen like, we go for a kind of a technologies or the solutions which may not need it at that particular point of the time. So we need to understand what are their immediate need, what are their longer need, and accordingly we needed to put up our solutions. We must needed to always provide the useful information, the services. We also look at the small problem before they grow. And this ball has to be keep rolling in organizations. My one advantage is, when we are doing it in a more formal way, it has to be utilize the informal time as well, during lunch time, during the snacks time, and also period of the time you can talk to your business head and understand. It comes kind of a tacit kind of the things which will give you the very different level of alignment, and which will actually help to design your entire technology caveat. So that's from the coordination perspectives. Now, if you answer your second part of the questions, like how to use technology to gain a, sustainable competitive advantage, I would rather say, especially into the plant maintenance, if you're clearly asking. The competitive advantages, if you were to build, rather, I would say, every organization should now be looking to become a very tech influencer company. And that's how we'll be able to achieve the level of the competitive advantages. For example, if you wanted to automating processes as a competitive advantages, we wanted to best in class UX design as a competitive advantages. We wanted to leverage data analytics as a competitive advantages. We wanted to use machine learning as a competitive advantages. So those are the multiple different tools, different technological stack we can use as part of the competitive, to rope in into the business need and creating a kind of things where it can be a competitive advantage for the business. So that's there, Vishwa.
Thank you. And I have a next question from Mr. Rangnathan Iyer. Okay. So, sir, like, what are the digital strategies, okay, for discovering digital technology interventions for EV and OEMs ecosystems? Okay, and that basically needs to be done for maximizing the benefit. So what is your opinion on that, sir?
Yeah, namaste. You have brought in a very broader subject, basically, because we are into EV segment for last more than 4 years now. First, let me give a split up of that, because that is rather more important, because covering everything will be very difficult because EV has a battery manufacturing as a segment, and there is a EV charging equipment as a separate segment by itself. And we have EV power infrastructure, because that is also a very different animal to operate with. Because these are all the three critical separate areas. Fortunately, in all three, we are available. Over and above, if you are talking about this EV, it is more of a technology-oriented, or I will say software-oriented business, because within EV, you will find many software already embedded into that. Starting from, for example, let us take an example of OEM. OEM, normally they do not have anything manufacturing themselves. They procure, assemble, and then sell. So this is the ecosystem which is normally happens as far as OEMs are concerned. Having said that, what is the business of bus operations? For example, somebody is going to start operations of a bus going for a EV. What is the focus? Because he has to earn money by that vehicle should be on the road for maximum time with minimum cost. So, and of late, those are all the days have gone. People used to sell a bus and then subsequently earn. That business is out. Per kilometer, you have to run a bus, you have to operate it, and then you have to earn for every kilometer you run. It is not like olden days that we sell a bus, subsequently the operator who has purchased the bus normally. So this is the area where the EV has given maximum software-based solution, which talks by itself. For example, EV battery will talk about its health continuously. The tire of a EV bus will say, "Boss, this is the problem with me." The same way engine also will talk. The same way electrical connection which has been connected, everything will talk by itself. What does this mean? This also clearly says, and this is one of the industry which is born with most of the IoT embedded solution in a way, if you look at it, because unlike other, we are going for IoT or Industry 4.0, but this is one of the industry where it has started with the IoT as a base. It is going to talk by itself. If it is, if you mention or maintain the threshold, based on that, it can send you many things. It means the way we were operating till date and the way we are going to operate as far as EV is concerned is going to be entirely different. Earlier days, we were not in a position to operate remotely, because being a software and then it has got connectivity already available. And then we are in a position to connect to the bus which is running on the road, or maybe two-wheeler or three-wheeler or car, if we have access to that. We have every right to go there if, yes, based on security and access controls are there, definitely. But if you get to have that, we are in a position to bring in a efficiency improvement on the fly, because the data which we are collecting from those machines are different things which is available within the EV ecosystem. We are in a position to assess how good or how bad the respective hardware or the product which has been installed is. Yes, if you talk about whether you are in a position to benchmark something, because it is coming up very fast, very new technologies are getting incorporated to increase efficiency and all. Benchmarking is not possible, but we have enough scope for us to understand what is happening inside the vehicle, number one. Number two, we are in a position to constantly understand and then communicate to the right OEMs. For example, within OEM like bus, we have engine manufacturer, we have battery manufacturers, we have tire manufacturers. We are in a position to share the live data, or maybe 12 hours or 24 hours old data to them, so that they can come up with corrective actions before it comes off. So the ecosystem is so friendly with respect to IoT, but being an evolving industry, and maybe in another 5 to 10 years, we will be probably reaching different heights because of the knowledge which we are collecting as a repository, and then probably we are in a position to bring in value addition to the product which you are going to develop for future. Means the OEMs, the respective OEMs I'm talking about. Yes, it is a very interesting subject, but difficult to understand. Very quick reaction time is required. And traditionally, when we were talking about doing a maintenance, when the bus comes into the depot, that style of functioning have changed, because we have what I have to do, number one. Number two, to make this happen, am I capable of having the required inventory in place, if at all it is required to get replaced, or do we have the right kind of manpower? Certain plannings is possible, but we are struggling. But yes, hopefully for future it is going to give us more insight, more knowledge to improve, and then we will bring in more corrections, and the value addition to the end user are going to be very fantastic.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the elaborate explanation. So the next question goes to Vijay sir, Mr. Vijay Dogra sir. So the question goes like this, sir, that could you shed some insight on how do you manage any deliverables, monitoring and supporting tasks along with the IT system, along with the IT team for software development, applications and infrastructure. And since we are talking about the maintenance part today, especially in the area of maintenance, how are you going to manage so many changes? This one with the help of your IT team, or maybe in the support of the vendor.
Thanks, Vishwa, and good evening to all. Vishwa, today when we are maintaining some of the plants. We have different kinds of plants, smaller plants, bigger plants. Some of the plants we have a good team, way kind of a strength of around 60-65 people, and from that location we generally cater to most of the plants. The structure, and this is the way the structure happens, and we have our own teams, kind of. If ERP is there, then we have our own ERP teams, internal teams, track-wise. We have our own DBAs. We had earlier our own data center maintained by these people, and since these bigger IT setup within the plant are also certified for 9001 for software development, quality of software development, 20001 for the services that we were maintaining, and also 27001 for security related aspects of it. So generally we have our own certain processes to maintain that. Other than that, there are certain tools, or you can say the ITMS tools we maintain for keeping track of the maintenance of infra, maintenance of software, or new software development, whichever comes from the plants. And also our DBS, they have their own inbuilt alerting systems, whether it is in terms of SMS or their own way of checking monitoring the system. And yeah, so this is a way we are overall maintaining at the ERP level. Whenever any new development, new enhancement, anything is coming up, we have our own team. Either it is a new brownfield project, we go there and do the implementation. This is in-house. We do not go for the consultants. We have our own team. Similarly, any enhancement, any inbuilt, it is required for the new system or on the old system, then our technical team take care of that. And for that, we have our own the ticketing tools where we do it. Similarly, it's true with maintenance. Maintenance in plant maintenance, we have these applications which take care of the maintenance part. Tickets, work orders are generated, and accordingly, work orders are handled by maintenance team. And if all the cycle that when the application is there, so everything is taken care by these systems. So this is what we were doing in last 2-3 years. But now in a new role, it is more to do in a business standardization of application. So that is what we are into now. I am especially into now, and now my role has changed from last 3-4 years. Now I am doing a standardization of application related to RPA, related to low code, no code solutions, related to BI solutions, related to any standardization application. Either we build it on a low code solution, or if it is there in the market, we buy it and roll it out pan Hindalco, pan India. So more or less, this is the way now we have started working. And the plant related ERPs also we are integrating, and most probably we will be on a single ERP going forward for whole Hindalco. This is what the latest we are into. Hope I have tried to give you a glimpse of your questions.
Actually, I know that these are very, very broad questions, and take hours explaining this, but we have limited time. So thank you for all the panelists and speakers who answered the questions in a very nicer way. Because I had certain more questions, but some of them are answered during your talks. For example, I had written that from a management point of view as a CXO, what are your expectations from a maintenance solutions? That is basically answered. So all of you have answered it in a very, very detailed way. I feel that we have the answers for everything. So Empiric Media team, what is the next? We are done with the question and answer session.
Yes, sir. Now we can go ahead with the question and answer session for the panel speakers, or if there are any questions for you, those also can be picked up.
And so we are opening the floor for the attendees, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Please ask questions.
So until the new questions come, can we pick the couple of ones that we left off last
Yes,
time?
yes. Please go ahead.
Right. One question is asking, is it 21 CFR Part 11 compliance?
Can you come again, please?
It is it 21 CFR Part 11 compliance?
Sorry, I am not well aware of this requirement. So this question needs to be passed. I will come back to you after talking with my technical team. So please keep this question, and we and then the audience who has asked these questions, we have to revert back.
Correct. So one more question goes like, will app work with, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, SOH as well?
Yes. These applications can work for ECC customers. These applications can work for Suite on HANA, that is SOH, Suite on HANA customers. And these applications can work with S/4HANA customers. All the three type of customers can use these applications.
Also, any plans to integrate this with Oracle ERP?
Not now, because this is dedicated to SAP customers. But we can get in a call separately because the user interface is there. So we need to see that whether we can have certain APIs which can be integrated with the system. But as of now, it is not yet ready that I say that it is backend can be Oracle. As of now, it is SAP.
All right. Any more questions? I would request the audience if you all can put your questions probably in the chat or in the Q&A section if there are any. I think we can wait a couple of minutes to see if there are any questions that are coming in. Yes, we do have one, sir. If deviation happens in PM, then can we connect this platform to any QMS system such as TrackWise, Ample Logic, or Caliber?
Yeah. See, the APIs can be exposed, to and from the system. So, for example, any integration that is required from here to the other system or the other system to here. So, those both, to and fro communication can be built and then can be established. That's not a problem.
Okay. The next question being, do you have any plans to bring production execution PP as well on similar application or solution?
Yes, actually, we have certain basic applications on the PP module. So, after this, those applications are typically Fiori applications, which basically, if any user or any customer we can show that. We have, confirmation applications, production planning area. And in terms of post this, AIPM, we are already having many warehouse management, applications, the barcode and QR code enabled warehouse management application. But what we are trying to do is we are trying to give it a product shape. So as of now, all those applications are there with us, but with a lot of analytics, lot of features, we are trying to wrap it up as a product. That is the next set of application that we are bringing in immediately. That is going to come most probably by November. In terms of production planning, also we have set of applications which, based on your request, we can show it to you related to confirmation and a lot of other processes like production order creation and all those things. And some analytical dashboards are also there. But that, as a product shape, it is planned in the month of I think December, January start that. So we are trying to cover entire shop floor activities as per our offering. One by one, we are targeting. Individual apps we have because we are a known name in the market for application development. So applications we have in all areas, whether procurement, sales, finance, maintenance, quality management, all the areas we have. However, once we talk about end-to-end solution is there in plant maintenance, master data management, and the next one coming is warehouse management, and subsequently it will be production planning. Okay, next.
Okay, there is one question which asks you the cost of the product, but I think that can be answered personally later. We'll
Yeah.
Yes, we will speak.
We'll understand the requirement, and
yeah.
But we will make sure that those who are participating here. So one thing is basically for all those attendees who have attended today, or basically any part of the panelists. So we have also offering a credit voucher, which basically will reach out to you guys, either through soft copy or hard copy to your places, where we are offering certain discounts through this, those who have basically attended that. And we ensure that for all the attendees and then those people who are basically willing to start the journey now with us, we will give you the most affordable price.
Right. There is one more question, but I think, sir, you've already taken that up. Is there subscription-based cost also? I think you have answered this.
Yeah, yeah. No, we are not charging based on subscription. It will be one-time cost, one-time product cost and implementation cost along with AMC. No subscription based licenses.
These are all the questions that I see as of now. Just let me check again. Yes, I think we're done with the questions. Thank you so much to each and every panel speaker for such an insightful session. Thank you to the audience for the questions as well. Vishwa sir, I would request you, if you could give us a closing remark, your closing thoughts before we end today's session.
So I will just say thank you to all the panelists and attendees. Thank you for time. Spending we are reaching at the end of the year and getting 1.5 hours from our precious time is very difficult. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing your thought processes, asking questions, making this discussion an interactive discussion. And at any point of time, like let's say you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our people. You can also reach out to me. There are various mediums which you can connect to us either through email or WhatsApp. All those numbers are there. We will be also reaching out all the participants through an email. So that is one thing. Secondly, in terms of the products that we have shown or additional product that we have, so please reach out to us. As I said that credit voucher will reach out to your email IDs through a soft copy or hard copy. All the goodies we send to the panelists and all those things. So that is that will happen in coming days. And what we have to do is I request you to give similar support to our subsequent events and subsequent sessions. We are also planning to host certain events physically, but we have chosen the online platform because of the time constraint that we all are having. So thank you once again. Join this, and I look forward for your support in future also.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to take this opportunity to first and foremost congratulate Airdit Software Services and their entire team on the launch of their new product, AIPM. I would also like to thank each and every one of you for taking out the time from your busy schedule to be here with us today. A big thank you to all the speakers on the panel and our keynote speaker, Vishwa sir, who shared their experiences and insights. I would request all of y'all to, please like and follow Empiric Business Media on social media for more content driven and in-person and virtual events. Thank you. It was a lovely session. Thanking each one of you once again. Have a great evening.
Thanks, bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amin.
Thank you, Shraddha.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.